Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is the card that the universe has given the collective that I would like to share with you today. First of all, this applies for everyone who watches this video. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are located, and what gender and what race are you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Zodiacs doesn't matter. As far as your time, your date is right, then it will be fitting to the circumstances. So, Eight of Swords means interference and um, fear. So, today is a day that we can actually ask ourselves what we are fear about and what is interfering our lives at this moment. Are there any things that we don't want to look into, but we actually have to look into? Can it be debts? Can it be a love situation? Can it be a health situation? Can it be something practical or emotional? It can be anything, but something that we don't really want to look into. But today, there's a chance for us to look into it and then make the change that will release us from the fear and probably from procrastination. This person, even though their hands are tied and they couldn't see, um, but their legs are free, which means even though the circumstances are not perfect for this person, um, or or this can be a situation, but there is still flexibility to go around. But it's easy to choose to not move forward because of all the fears. And you know, it's it's simple to imagine if you have your eyes covered, if you have your hands entangled, tied up, and only your legs are free. It's not easy. But is it impossible? No, it's possible. If we tune into our senses, apart from our logic and our insecurities, then we can still walk towards the destination where there can be help that can, release us from these entanglements and problems. But we really have to trust ourselves because we can't really see it and we can't see how it will go. That's why we feel fear about it. But if we choose to just stand still, things will not change. We have to decide to walk away from a situation. We have to make the decision to walk away. And we have to embrace the fact that as a person, we don't want to live with all these restrictions and all these fears. For some people, maybe you still feel like the timing is not right. We still have to wait, because this is happening, that is happening. We just have too much on our plates right now. Wow, this can be an excuse, but this can also be true. So, if you really cannot walk away from a situation right now, maybe you can try to think about, make a list. List out what are the things that you're fearful about. What limits you? What are the interferences? So when you create this list, at least you will tap into your situation more with your consciousness without just being an autopilot and then just feel like, oh, I don't have the freedom. I have all these restrictions. I don't know what to do. Or just don't need to do anything. It's just gonna stay the same. You can create a list. Think about the list. Think about the all these problems. Of course, you can contemplate about the solutions. Sometimes solutions it takes a long time to manifest, but at least when you are aware of your expectations to release yourself and to be freed, um, you will have you will eventually have a grip on the things that are affecting you right now. But if you don't address those issues, um, if you don't bring that awareness to your consciousness, then it's really difficult to move beyond that. Age of Swords energy is also about patience, because sometimes there are situations that are really, really taking longer than expected. Because as you can see, this person, there are so many swords around this person, and sometimes it takes time to release. Something has reached 80% of the progress, can be a limiting situation. So there's still another 20% that you need to go forward. And then until the Ten of Swords, then everything comes to an end. It's possible. It depends which route you would like to go forward. Some people, they will release themselves immediately because they do have the power and the courage to do it. So this will actually prevent the Ten of Swords energy, which is the total destructions, the painful end. So right now, if there is a possibility to actually cut away the ties and then just move away, it will be less harmful, kind of. But I also understand that the fact that sometimes it has to go through that phase of totally, ending, like the Scorpio energy, the phoenix rises from the ashes is possible. So that's a choice to make. The number 8 is also about transformation. It is associated with the sign Scorpio. So, you know, are there any situations that you would like to transform for the better, but you just don't want to do it now? Mercury is almost direct, so it is a very powerful time for for us to review some of the problems and then to act on it. Some things that we don't want to look at it. Usually we don't want to look at it. But then at this time, there is a chance that we will look at it and then make the changes. For certain people, because right now we have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which will create a lot of changes, disruptions in a certain part of life for everyone. So change is inevitable. It is necessary for this time. So it depends from situation to situation. There must be one particular area at least that can be very prominent, that you feel like, well, it's gonna crumble or it's gonna, explode. That kind of vibe. And please know that you have not lost all your powers. You have the power to walk away from a situation. So, other than personal situation, Eight of Swords can, on a physical level, means that you have to take care of your eyes. You have to take care of your hands, your wrist, the body parts that are being tied down. Are you having movement, mobility issues of your upper body? If so, what are creating the struggles? You might consider seeing a physician to check things out. In this time, it's better to go back to someone you have already you have already met before, so they can redo your diagnosis. You can also go to an eye doctor to seek for medical advice. But these are not limited to physical situation. Can be also a mental situation where you feel constantly fear and helpless about. But I know sometimes it can be a very lengthy process to seek for mental health and also physical help. If that's the case, try to connect with your spiritual guides if you are connected on that realm. Not everybody can connect, but if you can connect, whether that is prayer, whether that is a practice, a ritual, do that and seek for the release of problems, issues, and the fear in your life. As you can see, there's the castle behind this person. This can also mean housing issues. Are you seeking for a new place to live, but you don't know where to go? Are you in a situation where you feel like you're not safe in the house or in the environment you're in? This card tells us that we can walk away from a situation, but we have to let go of our fear and then just be bold and brave about it. It is a sword card, So we have to use our logical mind to make the decision. Um, but I also understand the fact that logical mind can be so connected with our emotions. And I recently met an energy healer, so I'm grateful to meet her. Her name is Lisa, and she mentioned about the technique of healing the fracture between our logical mind and our emotional mind. Um, I might be not exactly the same way to explain it, but what she shared with me is everything comes from our heart. So the technique I want to share is about focusing focusing in your heart. When you sit still, close your eyes, feel your heart energy. After you feel the location of your heart, because your eyes are closed, try to see, try to feel the colors of the energy on your left side and then on your right side. They can happen at the same time, but they are different colors. When you figure out the colors, when you are sure about the colors, let's say the left is red, the right is green, for example. You try to lift the color, the energy of the color, lift it to the top of your brain, to the crown chakra. So, let's say when you're focusing on your heart energy, you feel like the left side is red and the right side is green. And try to move that red color to the left side of your brain and even above that. And the green color, which is on the right, to the right side of the brain and even higher than that. And then try to feel the energy. Try to feel the energy. Which energy is stronger and their dynamics. You don't need to come into conclusion of anything. You just observe and have the intention to lift those colors to your crown chakras. And I have to say this, you have to do it when your eyes are closed. I know it is very vague. Not everybody's gonna get it, but if you can try to do it, just try. So when you have lifted both colors to the crown chakra, let's say 3 minutes, and then you open your eyes. there is a process that has been done in the process of lifting the energies. You probably, well, some people who are very sensitive to energies, you might actually immediately feel the difference, the shift of energy, because this is about connecting to our heart energy. So, so that we can make decisions that are based on our heart, but not just our fear and our logic. Try to see if you can do this practice. And the first time I did it, I had a lot of dreams after that. And those dreams, um, they were very vivid and healing at the same time. Everybody can experience differently. So you might not have dreams, but you might have other changes on your energetic level. So this practice is about aligning our left brain and the right brain so they can work in harmony. This is the general idea of the practice. And when we know how to do this, we will make choices and manifestations that are more aligned with our happiness, our fulfillment, and our heart. So this is what I want to share with you today. Thank you for being with me. I appreciate your time and your participation. If you like the video, please consider liking it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing it. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day.